This recording is a recap of a webinar we conducted earlier today regarding advanced Nielsen topics, specifically talking about our new advanced view feature for Nielsen, which we are going to cover right now. So we are on a worksheet. In the worksheet edit page, everything we are talking about right now also holds true for when you add a worksheet. And you will notice a new toggle switch that's available to you called Advanced View for Nielsen Books. It's a yes or no toggle switch. Right above it is the Use Household Demographics dropdown, which we have added recently as well in our attempt to make our Nielsen product offering as robust as possible for you. You can now drop this option down and you can choose whether you want to use household demographics for Nielsen on a primary basis, secondary, or for both demographics. So for today's example, using this demo data, we're going to do household demographics for our secondary data. And we're also going to go ahead and turn on our advanced view. When you do choose secondary household for secondary demographics, you do have some extra choices available to you. You can use household demographics for the entire DMA area or for the specific Metro A and Metro B areas that Nielsen defines. When you turn on advanced view, all we're really doing is giving you separate options to choose unique books for both your primary and your secondary demographics. So let's take a look at how that actually works. When you turn that field on and set it to yes, you will have options for primary and options for secondary. So here you see under the primary demographic, we now have a unique way of setting the collection method, which we'll talk about in just a minute, as well as the book and share for the primary, and then we can separate or decide to do a different one for the secondary. So as an example, we'll turn this off and we'll pick a different book. For this demo, we only have books for November 2016, but we'll pick a L+7, a Live +7 feed for it, and we'll do the same for our share for our secondary. The secondary was set to use household data, so we're going to leave that at DMA for the households. That's the entire DMA area household data. And we do have some other choices for sample type now that are available for hardwired cable only, the total DMA, and these others. So if all of this is new to you, please be sure to talk to your Nielsen rep, look online, or ask us for more information. We'd be happy to send you information about these if this is new to you or if you are new to Nielsen. Of course, one of the newest changes is the collection method. Nielsen is in the middle of a major refresh of how they are collecting data to sample and to produce ratings. We have tried to make the system as smart as possible for you. Based on the collection method you choose, we will show you what books and share books are available to you. If you choose the books first, we'll then show you what collection methods are available to you. Not every market uses the same collection methods. Currently, Nielsen is projecting what the change in their collection method will do as they move people towards RPD. RPD stands for Return Path Data. Highly recommend you Google or talk to your Nielsen rep for some white papers about that, but they are going to start getting data directly from set-top boxes, very similar to the way ComScore does it. In this particular case, we're going to leave the November 2016 Live +8 books, and we're going to go ahead and pick adult 18 to 49 for our primary demographic, leaving our secondary alone for DMA, entire DMA area household. We'll go ahead and save those changes, and to save us a little time for the sake of this demonstration, we'll switch back over to our worksheet that I've already loaded that has all of the data right here. And you can see we have our adult 18 to 49 demographic with the supporting HUT and share and impressions data for it. And we have our HUT2, share2, and our secondary demographic along with its impression data as well, all abbreviated in the thousands, so that you have all of this data right there. You can now do comparisons with this. So you could do same book, different collection method comparisons. You could do same demographic, different book comparisons. The sky is really the limit when it comes to the way Edit Worksheet and Add Worksheet can now support advanced demographic views, do things that have never before been possible on Bluehorn, things that I think will really make your life not only easier as a media buyer, but also put you in a stronger position to negotiate the most efficient buy possible. And don't forget that all of this data is available to you in the NS Detail tab as well. We have made the NS Detail tab recently support both the primary and the secondary demographic data, whether you're using the demographic blocks that make up the age and gender-based demos, or whether you're using the household one. So we will let this screen come up, this pop-up that I'm sure you've seen before. We try to be as transparent as possible, showing you exactly how we arrived at the data that we are displaying. And let's start with the HPUT tab. So in the case of Nielsen, we're talking about people using television. These are raw numbers that make up the individual demographic blocks. If you're ever curious what these individual demographic blocks are, you can hover over them and you will see a hint describing what it is. We combine or stack these demographic blocks that Nielsen publishes to create a overall demographic category, in this case, adults 18 to 49, by taking D5, which is men 18 to 20, all the way through D8, which is men 35 to 49. And then we stack that along with the female demographics of females 18 to 20, all the way up to females 18 to 49. And by doing that and taking our weighted average, we produce, in this case, our total people using television at that time. We also take our share data using the share tab, which gives us the, of course, percent of the people in that demographic block that we've stacked together watching that particular station during that time period. And by combining those two results together, we're able to go and produce our rating. And what's great about seeing data like this is it allows you to maybe pinpoint specific areas. Maybe you're trying to hit adults 18 to 49, but you might really care how certain avails perform within certain subsets of that demographic. So by using tabs like the share data, you're able to drill down and really see what's causing that rating to go where it is. Why is the people using television number at a certain percent compared to this avail from another one? So we really recommend that you use this for comparison purposes wherever you can, including switching and toggling between using this toggle switch, your primary and your secondary demographics. And so this is household data, so it looks a little different than the people-based data, but it's still communicating the same information. You're able to toggle back and forth between these. You're also able to toggle and move from one line to another without having to close and reopen this Nielsen details pop-up box. So all of these things we've done to try to make this software as efficient as possible for you, saving you the most time so that you can get your buys completed as fast as possible. One last thing, we have our books and trends tab. For this demo data, our trends tab is not going to be very helpful. You'll find it to be much more helpful with real life books for your own markets that are much more current, allowing you to see the trend of different programs during the same period of time over several books. And of course, our book over book comparison will show you all the different books in your system for this market, for this time period, allowing you to see trends that are taking place over time as ratings and populations tend to shift. So that's everything that we've got to show you about advanced Nielsen demographics. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to click on that life ring, reach out to us, ask us what questions you have. We would be happy to get back with you as fast as possible with answers so that you can be the best media buyer you can be. Again, thank you for being Bluehorn customers. Thank you for using our software. If you have anything that you want to share with us that you love or dislike, we want to know about it because we build the software and features based on your specific feedback. And that's what we love to do. Thank you very much and enjoy using our advanced Nielsen demographics.